gates down. Don't know exactly what happened there, but if somebody doesn't actually say who's out, we're just gonna keep going. Nick Sen's grabbing that whole shot. Diego in second. Posty in third. Actually making the move quick in the second here. Look at the stream.
Posty to the inside of Diego, taking that first spot, going over the finish line.
Yeah, I don't know who we lost, but they're gonna be SOL. We got no info from them before they started their first full lap here.
It looks like it was Braxton, the one who had the jump start. Looks like we got Ryder out to the lead in front of Diego here.
Oh yeah, what happened to Posty? Posty went down.
Looks like it. He's back in. Looks like Timing and Scoria has him fourth.
It is Ryder out front. Diego in second. K-Dubs in third. Nick, as he goes down at the end of the whoops, allow Nick Sens into third. Chili in fourth. Pudge fifth. Where is Posty?
He is dropping. He's back in 13th.
Oh man, having trouble early in this one. Oh, as Pudge goes down. Man, Ryder and Diego are already gone on the rest of these guys. So many people going down. K-Dub's holding on to third, or actually reclaiming third after going down at the end of the whoops and losing a few spots. Hayden in fourth.
Looks like Posty finally settled in 20th. Ryder goes down in the lead. That allows Diego to go by.
Yeah, we have a change for the lead. K-Dub's still in third. Nick Sens in fourth. Husky Ripper in fifth. There it is. Hayden actually getting past for sixth by Buttery.
We got a good battle for the lead right now. Ryder's all over Diego.
Oh shit,
Ryder
lagging.
going for that triple quad.
Sorry. Oh shit, lagging. You got 15th in what, in the most recent GP?
And Diego just went down. That's going to give Ryder a huge gap there to second. And K-Dubs makes the pass for second.
Bro, we didn't know what was going on. You didn't come here and say something like it says in the rule book to do. You were just gone. Didn't say anything. We were waiting to see if you would say anything before they completed their first lap, and you didn't. And we're already almost 4 minutes into this thing when you finally said something. How we didn't know? You didn't tell us here. Call it a busted ass series. Like, bro, you didn't do your job to make sure that we were informed. That's not our fault.
So we got a really good battle brewing here between Nick Sins, Husky Ripper. And Husky Ripper and Nick Sins both go down or go off the track there.
I know, right, Gio?
That lets Monster jump into fourth place.
Where? Here? You did not. Well, then maybe read the rule book. It says to say it here. I'm not in the. How am I going to look in 3 different spots at once, bro? I can stream the race, and look at stream chat and call the race. read the rule book and actually inform us in the right location, and maybe we'll get notified. Discord and stuff is never a guarantee. Someone has to notice it. You say it here, it will never be missed. Like the rulebook says. I just realized that K-Dubs has got worked his way up in the second.
Yeah, he's having himself a good race there, but Ryder leading up by 6.5 seconds.
Yep,
Got a comfortable gap.
Closing in on some lappers here. Yeah, all right, Braxton. Like, yeah, trust me, dude. It wasn't personal or anything. Like, I would have waited if I knew. You know? There's no special treatment or anything. You would have. I would have waited. But I also am human. I don't see everything. Ryder, like I said, working into some lappers here, getting by Will. And some other guys that were down in that last corner there.
Oh, goodness. Fudge
What was
sends
that?
Gurn off the track.
Hold on. Yeah, well, okay. Get out of here. I had to hit somebody with the black flag that doesn't know how to race.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Buttery was having some issues. I think he had a lap not count early and kind of lost it. The lappers are being a big problem. They just caught up K-Dubs, and Diego let Monster jump all the way up into second place.
Oh, Monster's in second now? Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. They caught up and wrecked K-Dubs, I think, and that allowed Monster to catch up.
Yeah, Monster and Diego going at it. K-Dub's not far behind. I mean, scoring hasn't caught quite up with it.
There might be some. No, might
Where
be
is
cuts.
K-Dubs? Oh, wait, K-Dubs is actually right here. Okay, he's in front of Diego. My bad. Mixed that up.
So good. And they've got a good gap until fifth. Nick Sins is about 9 seconds off of them.
I was told to look at Slowy. Apparently he's being a problem. So if you want to keep an eye on him, make sure there's nothing crazy going on with him.
No, he's staying to the inside, letting the lappers or letting the lead guys go around him.
That Monster had a mistake, and the whoops is going to allow K-Dubs and Diego to close back up on him. Yeah, like you said, there's definitely some cuts involved because... Oh, no, it actually just corrected now. I'm going to say it was cuts involved because it kept on showing K-Dubs in front of Monster.
The issue for Monster there going into that rhythm section, that's going to let K-Dubs get by.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to go for that triple in, makes a mistake coming out of the corner.
And K-Dubs returns the favor, and Monster gets right back by. Diego to the inside. He's really pressuring K-Dubs. He looks like he's going to get that position going into that triple quad.
Yeah, Gio, it seems like Ryder is trying to get back into things for sure. He has only made one main event this season for ARL. You know how that goes.
It's not like And he wasn't dominant in the heat race either, so this wasn't a consistent dominance from him, but he's had a very good main event.
Got out front early and got some help from some other guys going down, and he's just been riding consistent out front. Posty having a solid recovery up to 6, but there's a gap between him and Nick Sens.
Looks like Monster's catching up to some lappers right here. 2 of them battling for position. Let's see if that slows him up and lets Diego catch back up.
Ryder making a mistake in the 90-degree after the finish. But still has almost a 14-second lead though, so he's more than comfortable out here. Yeah, he was back then, but he's washed these days. Trying to get back up there though.
Oh, a big mistake from Monster, and he's going to go down. Lucky for him, Diego had been caught up. And K-Dubs actually got past Diego for 3rd. Another big mistake for Diego. He's going to go down. That's going to drop him well behind K-Dubs. And a lapper took out K-Dubs.
Yeah, I'm about to look at that right now to see what happened real quick.
And out of nowhere, Nick Sens is back in the business, and he passes K-Dubs for that 4th position.
Oh, that was just a silly mistake. Okay. Just making sure.
And Nick Sens with the wreck.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if Ryder can make that comeback and get solidly in the pro ranks again. But not quite there yet. But very close.
Yeah, but this main's turning out a lot like I kind of expected it to. The guy who was most consistent out front, Ryder wasn't in the top 3 or 4 off the gate, but once he got there, he's been consistent. He stayed there.
Yep, and then everybody else behind just making nothing but mistakes. I mean, just just look in the last lap, it went from what was almost like barely a 14-second lead to another 10-second difference. So that's just the guys going down behind him. Not like Ryder's taking off on them.
No, and speaking of that, in just 1 lap, Monster, who had a decent gap to 3rd, had some issues and is now back in 4th with Diego in 2nd.
Yep, K-Dubs and Monster battling right here for it, actually. Going into that triple quad. Both of them getting it clean. K-Dubs opting to jump the whoops as Monster goes for the blitz. Side by
See
side.
if they play nice.
Hit the Supercross triple. Look, Monster looking to the inside. Oh, and he goes down and collects K-Dubs.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's see if they play nice. They're both very close for that 2nd position in the overall standings. With just 1 more race after this, it could get a little spicy between the 2 of them.
I mean, you say that, but at the same time, the bikes do make a big difference. Like, new OEMs are a major difference from what we were riding a few years ago, and he did kind of retire for that exact reason. He was having trouble being able to race as much. Probably a little bit of burnout too, but he definitely was having some trouble.
And a big issue from Diego.
Yeah, exactly. And sorry.
No, you're good. That lets K-Dubs get back up there.
What?
And we've had a couple of retires so far.
And if you saw what Paseo just did, oh my goodness.
And We've got Marcel and Husky Ripper from the
Sorry, it was
team
William.
retired, and Pudge is retired.
I didn't even realize Maseo retired. Wow.
Yeah, and that's probably going to do it for him fighting for that second and third spot in the overall standings.
It's the last thing he wanted to do tonight was get 20th in points. Hopefully, with the I'm going to be doing a rule change for that going into motocross. Hopefully, that'll prevent that from happening as much. Going to start punishing the people that don't know how that like take the time to qualify and take somebody's gate position just to retire from a race.
Looks like K-Dubs has put in a good lap and has pulled himself a gap on Diego there.
Slowy isn't a pro.
Nope.
Who told you he was a pro? That's the real question. Not an SX.
And we are on last lap here. Ryder way out in front with a 33-second lead. He has lapped all the way to 7th tonight.
Sitting here at the finish line too soon here, but where is he? Where is Mr. Ryder?
Probably going to be getting to the finish line here in a minute now.
Going into the sand here, getting ready to come across the finish line. Grab that Pro-Am main event win tonight. There is K-Dubs.
Going to the whoops right now. Diego not too far back.
Yeah, you're right. Ryder with the win. So go ahead and give anybody their points for Ryder. As K-Dubs brings it home in second. Diego in third.
Monster filling in fourth, and Posty gonna take that with cuts, falls down to 6th. Nick Sens gets 5th place.
Yes, sir.